everyone, Dave here. We are working on some more Scratch, figuring out how to make Mario jump. Now, this is not a gravity-based jump. We're going to show you that in Mario's level 3. We're going to get some platforms working. So this is not a platformer per se, but it's going to work if you want to just have a single level and make a nice jump game mechanic. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Okay, let's dive in to see what we had working before with that left and right arrow key to make the animation happen when he was running. Let me just show you what that looked like. So we have running left and right. Somewhere in our code we have forever if left or right arrow key, do the next costume. Next costume is key. That's what makes us go from this to this to this to this, and it makes that animated sequence, which looks so good. So when we look at this, it says go to the next costume, keep going to the next costume, unless you get to that frame 13 or bigger than that frame 13, which is the next one, which is the jump one. Don't do that one. Go back to the run 03 costume. So that one works and gets my run looking really nice. Let's press that and make sure that that's working. Perfect. So I'm going to want to do something similar for my jump code. So I'm going to just put this to the side for now. I'm going to grab another if, and I will sense. I'm going to say if my spacebar key is being pressed, because that's the one we're going to want to check for. Then, first thing I want to do is switch to that first jump frame, which is switch to costume jump 1. And that's going to get him to go, when I press the space bar, you'll see, to that first frame. It's hard to tell right now. If I made it a little bit bigger, you could see he's in a slightly different position now. He's starting his jump animation. Now I want to somehow cycle through those other frames, but I can't rely on holding down the space bar because I'm going to maybe just hit the space bar once and I want it to do the entire jump animation. So I need to do a repeat command, and I want to repeat just like before, switching costume. So next costume, next costume, next costume, except I need to figure out how many times I need to go through next costumes. Let's go back and look at the costumes to figure that out. So the start of my jump frames is frame 14 right there. And I know that from here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames in total to finish the animation. So I want to change to the next costume 7 times. And if I press play on that, I'll make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. That's what it looks like. It looks great. Might be a little bit fast. If it's a little bit fast, I can play around with a wait command in there. I'm going to go wait, and I'm going to change this number. 1 second is going to be too slow. You'll see what that looks like right now. Much too slow. That's a 1 second delay. We're going to have to go to a 0.1 second or lower. I'm going to try 0.02 seconds. And that's going to be nice and fast still, but not too fast. So you can play around with those numbers and get a nice size number for you to work with. So my arrow keys are not working. My jump is, and if I hold jump, it's just going to keep cycling through, jumping up and down, which is perfect. Now I want to make them both work. So it's either going to be an if my space bar is being pressed, or my arrow keys are being pressed, or nothing. So I'm going to have to do this if then else structure instead. So I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to make some more space for myself here. And I'm going to move things across. So if my spacebar is being pressed, then do all that stuff. Otherwise, do all the stuff that we had before in that else. So either we're pressing the spacebar and doing the jump sequence, or we're doing left and right arrow keys, in which case we're just cycling through the frames again, or we're standing still, which is the last option there. When I make this bigger and press go, we'll see we've got beautiful jumping action, running action. He gets around everywhere he wants to. And I can even jump and run at the same time. Great work, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this set. Make sure you're subscribing to see more of our series on Mario and the other ones that are out here. Good job to all the instructors, other instructors, and thank you. Good job you for sticking through and trying to make this stuff happen. See you again soon.